What if a single act of kindness had the power to change your life forever? Imagine this: you're just an ordinary kid living an ordinary life. But one simple gesture, a small act of kindness, puts you on a path to a future you never dreamed possible. This is the story of a young boy, a flat tire, and the unexpected twist that led to a life-altering opportunity. But here's the catch: what happened next isn't something you'll find in your typical success story. It's a tale of fate, timing, and the power of helping a stranger. In this video, you'll discover how one boy's act of kindness unlocked doors he never thought possible, doors that led him from struggle to success. Stick with us because this is a story you won't forget. What's the real cost of a simple favor? And what hidden opportunities might be waiting when you least expect them? You're about to find out. Stay tuned till the end, and you'll see how kindness can create a ripple effect that changes everything. It was a typical afternoon in the neighborhood. The sun was starting to dip low in the sky, casting a warm glow over the streets. A young boy no older than 14 walked down the cracked pavement. His shoes were worn and his clothes didn't stand out much, but his eyes told a different story. They were full of hope, full of dreams. He wasn't rich, far from it, but that didn't matter. He carried with him a spirit of ambition that seemed bigger than his circumstances. While most kids his age might be hanging out or playing games, this boy had a purpose in every step he took. On this particular day, he was heading home after running errands for his mother. But as he walked, something unusual caught his eye. On the side of the road, a sleek luxury car sat still, its flashy wheels stopped by a flat tire. The driver, a well-dressed man in his 40s, paced back and forth in frustration, clearly stranded. The car was a symbol of wealth, a far cry from the boy's everyday reality. But the boy didn't hesitate. Without a second thought, he crossed the street and approached the car. There was no sign of hesitation in his movement. He wasn't afraid, nor was he thinking about the differences between him and the driver. The boy knew what needed to be done. He saw a problem and knew he could solve it. No fancy tools, no help, just a pair of hands eager to do what they could. And in that moment, something shifted. The boy, without a word, knelt down and began to work on the tire. Little did he know this small act would soon set in motion a chain of events that would change his life forever. Without hesitation, the boy approached the car, his eyes locking onto the man who was pacing with frustration. The millionaire was clearly struggling, his hands unsure of what to do next. The boy could see it. The man had no idea how to fix the flat tire. Maybe he had the wealth, the car, the status. But here, on the side of the road, he was just like anyone else who found themselves in an inconvenient situation. The boy didn't think twice. With a simple, "I can help," he knelt beside the car, starting to assess the situation. Despite having nothing but a few basic tools at his disposal, the boy's confidence was clear. He wasn't worried about what he lacked, he was focused on what he could give. It wasn't about the money or the car, it was about lending a hand when someone needed it. And that's exactly what he did. The boy's hands worked quickly, his movements fluid and sure. There was no sense of fear or doubt in him. He wasn't intimidated by the car, the situation, or even the wealthy stranger standing next to him. All he saw was a man in need, and that was all that mattered. The millionaire, on the other hand, stood there in disbelief. He had never imagined that someone like this boy would take the time to help him, let alone do so without asking for anything in return. The boy's hands worked with a sense of purpose, while the millionaire watched confused. Why would he help me? He wondered. The man had seen countless people, each of them looking for something in return, each with an agenda. Yet here was a boy with nothing, offering his help without a second thought. It was a moment that caught the millionaire off guard, his usual skepticism momentarily replaced with genuine curiosity. He stood in silence, watching the boy work, amazed at his selflessness. It wasn't just the act of fixing a tire, it was the boy's attitude. The millionaire had grown used to people only helping when it suited their needs. But this was different. This was a kindness with no strings attached. The more the millionaire thought about it, the more he realized how rare and extraordinary this moment was. Once the tire was fixed and the car was ready to go, the boy stood up brushing the dirt from his hands. He had done what needed to be done, expecting nothing in return. But the millionaire wasn't in a rush to leave. Instead, he turned to the boy, a look of genuine curiosity on his face. He wasn't just thankful for the help. Something about the boy intrigued him. "Hey kid," the millionaire began, his voice soft but sincere. "That was impressive. Where did you learn to do that?" The boy shrugged modestly, his eyes dropping for a moment. "I've fixed tires for my mom before. Didn't have much else to do, so I learned what I could." The millionaire raised an eyebrow, sensing there was more to the story. "What else do you do? What are you working on? What are your dreams?" The question hung in the air, and the boy hesitated for a moment. He hadn't really shared his dreams with anyone. He didn't think anyone would care. But the sincerity in the millionaire's voice made him open up. "I want to be somebody," the boy said quietly. "I know it's tough, but I want to make something of myself. I just don't know how yet." The millionaire listened intently, his expression softening. He could hear the quiet desperation in the boy's words, the determination that was trying to break free. It wasn't just about fixing a tire. It was about a mindset, a hunger for more, a desire to rise above the circumstances that bound him. The millionaire couldn't help but admire it. He had seen many people in his life, but few with that raw, untapped potential. "Listen," the millionaire said after a pause, his voice more serious now. "I see something in you. You've got something that a lot of people don't, an attitude. The way you carry yourself, the way you jumped in without hesitation. I've worked with a lot of people, and not many have that kind of drive." The boy's eyes widened, unsure if he had heard him right. The millionaire wasn't done yet. "How about this?" he continued. "I could help you. I have resources, connections, maybe even a chance to get your foot in the door somewhere. It's not much, but it could be a start. You could learn, grow, and maybe one day you could be doing more than fixing tires for people like me." The offer hung in the air, unexpected but powerful. The boy stood still for a moment, unsure of what to say. He had never imagined that a random act of kindness could lead to an opportunity like this. And yet here it was, an opportunity that could change everything. The boy stood there processing the millionaire's offer, his mind racing. What had just happened? One minute, he was fixing a flat tire, and the next, he was standing on the edge of an opportunity he never thought possible. The millionaire had seen something in him, something that had been hidden behind years of struggle and self-doubt. And now, with a few words, he had opened a door that led to a future that felt too good to be true. In the weeks that followed, the boy's life began to shift in ways he could never have imagined. With the millionaire's guidance, he started working with him, learning the ins and outs of business responsibility and perseverance. At first, the boy felt overwhelmed. The world he was stepping into was unfamiliar, and the pressure to succeed was immense. But the millionaire didn't just offer financial help. He became a mentor, teaching the boy not just how to survive, but how to thrive. The boy threw himself into the work. Every task, no matter how small, was an opportunity to learn. He worked long hours, staying late, soaking in everything he could. Slowly, he began to see the results of his hard work. He wasn't just fixing tires anymore. He was building skills, gaining knowledge, and most importantly, realizing that he had more potential than he had ever believed. The world he had once seen as out of reach now felt like something he could touch. Months passed, and the boy's growth was undeniable. His confidence grew, his skills sharpened, and he began to find his own voice. The lessons he learned from the millionaire about hard work, responsibility, and vision became the foundation for a new life. He no longer saw himself as just a kid from a tough neighborhood. He saw himself as someone capable of achieving great things. Then the day came when the boy, now a young man, was offered a position that changed everything. He was given a chance to run his own part of the business. It wasn't just a job, it was the opportunity to lead, to take ownership of his future. Looking back, he realized that it wasn't just his luck that had gotten him this far. It was his drive, his willingness to learn, and his belief that he deserved more. Through hard work and the guidance of the millionaire, the boy didn't just change his future, he transformed it completely. What started as a small act of kindness had opened up a world of possibilities, and the boy had grabbed hold of them, never looking back. Sometimes all it takes is one small act of kindness to open doors you never thought possible. The boy's simple decision to help a stranger with a flat tire didn't just fix a car, it changed the trajectory of his entire life. It's a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to make a difference, no matter how small the action may seem. Kindness isn't just about helping others, it's about creating opportunities that can lead to unexpected life-changing moments. So the next time you see someone in need, remember your kindness could change both of your lives forever. Whether it's offering a hand, a smile, or a moment of support, you never know what it might lead to. You have the power to make a difference today. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories, and remember, a simple act of kindness might just be the beginning of something incredible.